Hello guys, welcome to Vinmee Education. Am I audible? Hello guys, am I audible? Hello. Welcome to Vinmee Education. Am I audible? So welcome to Vinmee Education. Is the screen visible? Is the screen visible to all of you? Please write in the chat box. So today we are here for the last leaf quiz result declaration. I'm about to start. And here I am with the topper of the quiz being Rachit Ahuja with 25 out of 25 marks. And the first runner-up is Argentum, that is Arnav Garg with 23 marks out of 25. And if I share the other marks, Kuldeep has scored 22.5. A student named Allah Malik hai secured 2 marks. This person with the random name Karmanya Gupta, who has used this random name, has secured 7.5 marks out of 25. Kshitij Gupta, he secured 17 marks. Learning is important, has scored 20.5 marks out of 25. मैं हूँ जियान means Srijan Agrawal scored 5 marks. Toshu scored 15. Rachit, you all know, 25 out of 25. Vinmee Education official student scored 18 marks. Samridh Anand 11.5 marks. Vinmee Education ka fan. He or her scored 13.5 marks. I am Piro scored 15.5 marks. Vinmee Education's registered student scored 19 marks. Sujal Dagdi, he has scored 15.5 marks. 12 marks. Arnav Garg, 23 marks. And the last ABC, named Kavin Sapra, he has scored 7 marks out of 25. I'm glad to had 16 responses in the quiz. It was very easy if you had read from the module, but still the average outcome is good, quite okay. And I start the lesson 2, that is of geography, class 9th NCERT, the physical features of India. Kindly download this module from the description box. It's given, the link is given, you can download it from there. This module contains the notes as well as NCERT solutions of this chapter, and the extra questions will be coming in the next edition of this module, along with some maps, so that each and every landform, mountain, peaks, rivers mentioned in this lesson will be addressed in those maps for better understanding. It is powered by Vinmee Education. Please read this from the author section. It's very important. so that you can know how to use the books module. And now, notes. So we'll begin. The chapter aims about the physical features, the landforms that India has. So first thing that is told to us in this chapter is about how the earth's interior is formed. So the earth's interior is formed of plates. These are tectonic plates, and they are moving under the earth's crust. You can think of them as cuboidal pastry, hard rock type cuboidal pastry shapes. These are tectonic plates that are just moving around in the crust. And why do they move? What move cause them to move? Convectional currents which are running inside the earth's crust. So tectonic plates are large fragments present in the crust which move due to the convectional currents. And this map tells about the convectional tectonic plates that is running in different parts of the earth. You can see that Pacific plate, South American plate, African plate, these are the names of the plates that are moving in the earth's crust. It's located here, you can check. Then a theory was introduced related to the tectonic plates. This we call the theory of plate tectonics. And according to this theory, the crust of the earth has been formed of some major plates, some minor plates. There are some very big major tectonic plates and some minor small plates. So the number of major plates is 7. There are 7 major plates and some minor plates. So Srijan Agrawal, the result has already been announced, and you can watch the replay. Hello to all Mridul Pandey, Arnav Garg, Dhruv Garg, Srijan Agrawal. Let's begin. So now the tectonic plates form boundaries. These form 3 types of boundaries: convergent, divergent, and transform. So there are 3 major things that the tectonic plates form. They are named as faulting, and volcanic activity. These are the things that the tectonic plates do. Faulting, folding, and volcanic activity. So first we will read convergent boundary. Now these boundaries are formed due to the movement of plates towards each other. There are 2 plates and they move towards each other, and when they come, they uh, overlap. They just fit into each other. One comes beneath another and they form folds. Then comes divergent boundaries. It's understandable by the name. They move away from each other and they cause faults in the place that is between those 2 plates. The area between those 2 plates is called fault, and this process is faulting. Then comes another, which is a transformed boundaries. They move horizontally towards each other. 2 plates are passing through each other, and they cause volcanic activity. The volcanic eruption is due to the transformed boundaries. The activities of the transformed boundaries cause volcanic eruptions. So you can see that the convergent boundaries form folds, divergent boundaries form faults, and the transformed boundaries cause the volcanic eruption. Now we come to the physiographic divisions of India. There are 6 mountains: Himalayan mountains, peninsular plateau, northern plains, coastal plains, and islands, and the desert. So first we'll talk about Himalayan mountains. We'll not talk about all in this lecture. This lecture will comprise only of Himalayan mountains as well as northern plains. The other will be covered in the second part of this chapter that will come a little late after IUQJ's exam. So first we'll talk about Himalayan mountains. We have learned folding, and these are caused by convergent boundaries. So the Himalayan mountains are folded mountains, means they have been formed due to convergent boundaries, and they are young, means they are not very old as compared to the peninsular plateau or the northern plains. They are young, but not very much young. They are as comparable to peninsular plateau. They are young. So these are young fold mountains formed from the tectonic plates of the Tethys Sea. So at the we know where the Himalayas are. At that place earlier there was a sea named Tethys Sea in India, and the tectonic plates. If we learn about its formation of Himalayan mountains, we will get to know that the Earth was a piece, like we see that India, Asia, Africa continents are divided. Earlier there was only a single piece of land, Gondwana land and Angara land. So Asia, Africa, South America and Australia were part of this Gondwana land, and due to the convectional currents, these Gondwana line fractured into the pieces that we study as Eurasian plate, Australian plate, American plate, African plate. So the Eurasian plate was cut out from the Gondwana land. It came to the Indo-Australian plate, got fractured from the Gondwana land, and it came towards the Eurasian plate, and they formed a fold. Convergent boundaries, they formed a fold which we today known as Himalayan mountains. So there were, now if we study more about Himalayan mountains, they are 2400 kilometers long, and the width of Himalayan mountains is not fixed at all places. You can see it is 400 kilometers wide in Jammu Kashmir, so 250 kilometers wide near Arunachal Pradesh. Their width varies from place to place, but the length, the highest peak is 2400 kilometers long, and uh, their length is 2400 kilometers, not the height. They are wide, about 400 kilometers in Jammu Kashmir, 250 kilometers near Arunachal Pradesh. So now the Himalayan mountains are divided into three parallel ranges. If we check, if the theory of plate tectonics is removed, it is not removed from for all year. It is removed only for this year only. Mridul Pandey, please do not spam here. Srijan Agrawal, watch the replay for the results. Now the Himalayan mountains are divided into three parallel ranges. They are Himadri Himalayas and Himachal Himalayas and Shiwalik Himalayas. So three parallel ranges. They are parallel to each other. First one is Himadri Himalaya. They are at the innermost side. Outermost is Shiwalik and the innermost is Himadri Himalaya. They are also known as greater. They are the greatest in the size and innermost. They are also known as greater or inner Himalayas, and their height is 6000 meters, or we can say 6 kilometers. Its core, now about its core, it is composed of granite, and because the Himadri Himalayas are the innermost in the Himalayan range, they are covered with ice throughout the year. And a major question can single 1 marks question can be asked from you, how of what thing is Himadri Himalaya composed of? And the answer is granite. Now, highest peaks. So, in the Himadri Himalayan range, some the highest, the peaks of there are many peaks in the range. Uh, so, here I have given some names of the highest peaks. These are Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga, and Nanda Devi. And the folds from the Himalayan range, the folds which are formed are asymmetrical in nature. What? They are asymmetrical in nature. Then comes the another one, which is Himachal Himalayas. These ranges lie to the south of Himadri and are known as Lesser Himalayas. So they are between the Himadri Himalayas and Shiwalik Himalayas. They are lying to the south of Himadri and are also known as Lesser Himalayas. So these are two important points. Their height is given, which is 305, 3700 to 4500 meters high. This is their height. Then, now the Himadri Himalayas were composed of granite, and Himachal Himalayas are composed of highly compressed and altered rocks. They are composed of the highly compressed and altered rocks. And now the Himachal Himalayas are further divided into different ranges. These are Pir Panjal ranges, Mahabharat range, and Dhauladhar range. The Himachal Himalayas are divided into further three ranges. Their name is Pir Panjal range, Mahabharat range, and Dhauladhar range. And this region has is well known for its hill stations. And there are many valleys like Kangra Valley, Kullu Valley, Kashmir Valley. So the Kangra place, Kullu Manali, all come in Himachal Himalayas. So next is come Shiwaliks. Now Shivalik are the outermost range of Himalayas. We know this, and they are 900 to 1, sorry, some mistake is there, 900 to 1100 meters high. Their range is height is 900 to 1100 meters, and Shivaliks are composed of unconsolidated sediments. Now remember, Himadris are composed of granite, Himachals are composed of compressed rocks, and Shivaliks are composed of unconsolidated sediments. And they are covered with thick gravel. Gravel is an alluvial soil, and gravel is present on Shivaliks. Now we know that there are Himadri Himalayas innermost, then comes Himachal Himalaya and Shivalik Himalaya. Now between the Himachals and Shivaliks, there is a longitudinal valley. A valley is present between the Himachals and the Shivaliks. These valleys are known as Doon. And examples of these dunes are Kotlidun, Patlidun, Dehradun, etc. Now the Himalayan range is completed over here, but there is something. There are something more types of Himalayas. We have named them. It is not in this module. It will come in the another one. And let me take just their names. So they are divided by the river valleys in which they are present. So the Himalayas which are present between Indus, Satluj is Punjab Himalayas, because the region is of Punjab, Indus, Satluj. Then the now Satluj rivers and Kali rivers. Between them, the Himalayas are known as Kumaon. Between Kali rivers and Tista river, it is called the Nepal Himalayas. Area of Nepal is there. And now, between the Tista and Dihang rivers, it is present near Assam. So these are known as Assam Himalayas. Now, northern plains. Before northern plains, let me tell you one more thing. There is another hill range called Purvanchal. It is on the east side of Brahmaputra river. We have studied till Dihang river, and that is known as Assam Himalayas. Now the Brahmaputra come from the Tibet area in the from the Arunachal Pradesh and beyond. On the east side of the Brahmaputra river, the gorge is present a easternmost boundary, and this is known as Purvanchal. Brahmaputra is the marks the easternmost. Beyond that, there is no Himalayan range, and that easternmost part is called what? It is called Purvanchal. Now, northern plains, and this is also a very important topic. As we know, northern plains covers the middle part of India. We can say the north part and the middle part. So this whole part of India is known as northern plains. And this plain region is formed of three major river systems. And these three major river systems are Indus, Ganges, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. And their tributaries also form a major part. So their tributaries also form a major part. So if you have any doubts, so the northern plains, now their tributaries, and as I told you, this is a very huge part, and it spreads over an area of 7 lakh kilometer. You can imagine 7 lakh kilometers. It's huge, and this northern plains are also known as Granary Bowls of India. So can you tell why are they called Granary Bowls of India? Anyone? And this region is the most densely populated region. Northern plains are spread over an area of 7 lakh square kilometer and also known as Granary Bowls, and this is the most densely populated region of India. We have studied earlier also that plains are the most dense population region, and there are so many major rivers are also flowing here. So crops are also very much produced, and hence this area is known as Granary Bowls of India. And now the dimensions are given us of the northern plains. It is 2400 kilometers long, 240 to 328 kilometers broad. Now it's a huge area of 2400 kilometers long and 240 to 328 kilometers broad. Now width also is not its width is also not fixed, it is variable. So at some places it is 240 kilometers, or at some places it is about 328 kilometers. So we have divided the northern plains into three broad parts. We have divided the northern plains into three broad parts. So let me first check. What are Assam Himalayas? Assam Himalayas are the area, the Himalayan range, which is flowing, which is present between the Dihang River and the Tista River. So the Himalayan range present between the Tista River and the Dihang River is the is known as Assam Himalayas. Okay. Now Punjab Plain. The northern plains are divided into three broad parts, and the first part is Punjab Plain. So we have studied that three river basins, three major river systems form this part. So these three plains are of 111. Means this is the western part present near the Punjab area, and it is formed by Indus River. The plain is formed by Indus River along with its tributaries. Next comes Ganga Plains. So it is formed by Ganga River and its tributaries. Now, this plain has a limitation. It flows between Ghaggar, it is present, it extends between the Ghaggar and the Tista rivers. So the Tista rivers and Ghaggar rivers has Ganga plain in between. And Ganga plain is spread over Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal. So the Tista river, Ghaggar and Tista rivers has in between the Ganga plain, where along with the states Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal. So these are the states in which Ganga also flows. Next, the third comes Brahmaputra plains. These are formed by Brahmaputra river with its tributaries, and it is the easternmost part. So the northern plain is divided into three parts: Punjab plain on the westernmost side, Brahmaputra plain on the easternmost side, and the Ganga plains in the middle. The Ganga plains are present in the middle of these. Next is now northern plains on the basis of their uh, river system, they are divided into three parts, and on the basis of diverse relief features it is divided into four parts: Bhabhar, Bhangar, Khadar and Tarain. So let me repeat once: Bhabhar, Bhangar, Khadar, Tarain. These are the northern plain is divided on the basis of river system, it is divided into three parts, and on the basis of relief features divided into four parts. Now the Bhabhar is a narrow belt of pebbles. So it is not very large, it's narrow. It is present at the foothills of Shiwaliks. And these are, where are these present? From between the Indus River and Tista River. So, you know that Tista River has a major role in this lesson. And so, Bhabhar is at the foothills of Shivaliks, then Tarai. Now, these are situated south of Bhabhar. Sorry for the interruption. Hello. Sorry for the interruptions. Please wait. Hello. Hello.